So my name's Ben Samuelson, and I was lucky enough to be the guy who put together the project for the launch of the new Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. And the idea was that one very late prototype would drive back from California onto the stage in Germany for its own launch. The idea actually predated the pandemic. Porsche said, as long as we can do this really responsibly, we should carry on and do it. So we sat at our desks figuring out how to get the car from California through to Scandinavia, to the UK, to mainland Europe, all without people being able to travel at all. We had to worry about how it was going to be looked after. Mike and this extraordinary team, it was fantastic. He's like, this is a Porsche. It's not going to need great teams of engineers and spare parts. And sure enough, it didn't need great teams of engineers and spare parts.
So we had to contact some local film crews and some local directors, work very closely with them to get them on board with our vision of what we were trying to achieve with this project.
So Ben reached out to me probably July of last year with a hint that something like this was going to happen. So our first day of production was about 100 miles east of Death Valley. We get there with the Cross Turismo, and it just kind of became this field day. Nice, good shutdown, sounds good. And just as that sun is rising, it was really special to see the car kind of taking it.
So when I first got the hard drive back from California and started looking through the footage, I was like, okay, yeah, no, they're really putting this car through its paces. Knowing also that we had to get that car to Germany as well, I was thinking, okay, well, let's hope it can keep doing this for, the other legs of the journey.
We went from there to Norway, which is obviously one of the most important markets for electric cars in the world now.
It is one of the hardest places to film.
What's the temperature, Marcus? Minus 31 degrees.
And then the other biggest challenge with sort of Scandinavia at that time of year is the daylight hours. The sun just comes very, very gently across the horizon. You get this stunning golden light. We wanted to shoot in London because, it's such an iconic location, and also at the time of filming it was such a unique moment. The entire of the UK was in a full lockdown at that point. To be stood in the middle of Piccadilly Circus, usually one of the busiest places in London, just sort of this kind of strange Twilight Zone aura around the entire place.
There it was to the Netherlands. We were out onto the polders and renewable energy project. And then through to Germany, where it really got to stretch its legs on the Autobahn.
This is a new Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo.
So when the launch finally happened, I was sitting at home.
It reminded me a lot of Porsche racing at Le Mans. How dirty the cars are. That's a car that has a story. The global pandemic certainly was a challenge for everyone. A terrible situation globally. But there were some great things that have come from it. I found this a little bit refreshing to be able to work with different teams around the world and know that we were all on the same team to put together this one film, despite the fact that we had not met with each other. It was something special, something unique to be part of.